Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Davanala Sama together? How do you guys? Well, we don't sing that one. Okay. Because we just sang it earlier. Okay. I know they do that. That's okay. So then. Just any Buddhist one. Okay. Oh, like lead or together? How do we do it?
Usually a guru song. If we do Shri Guru Charana Padma, we do it together.
Okay.
Not, then we go back and forth.
Let's do it together.
Some songs don't work for together. That's exactly it.
Okay, so let's do page 28, Shri Guru Charana Padma together. Page 28. Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakati Sadma Vandamui Savadana Mate Chahara Prasade Bhai He Bhavatori Ajay Krishna Prapti Hoy Jaha Hoy Te Guru Mukha Padma Bhakya Chitete Koriya Kya Arana Kori Ho Mane Asha Shri Guru Charane Rati Ese Utama Gati Je Prasade Pure Sarva Asha Shudan Dilo Je Janme Janme Prabhu Se Divya Gyan Hide Prakashito Prema Bhakti Ja Hoite Avidya Vinasha Jate Pere Gai Jahara Charito Shri Guru Karuna Sindhu Adama Janara Bandhu Lokenath Lokera Jivana Aha Prabhu Kora Doya Deo More Parachaya Tua Pare Loinu Sharana Ebe Jashku Shukri Bhuvana Guru Deva Jaya Guru Deva Guru Deva Jaya Guru Deva Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Prabhupada You guys do Krishna Vaidya Chaturmukha?
Yeah.
Page 23.
23?
Yeah. Also together. That's okay, Krishna Hoiti Chaturmukha? Krishna hoite chaturmukha, hoy Krishna seva mukha. Rama hoite Narade Ramati, Narada hoite Vyasa, Madhva kohe Vyasa Dasa, Purna pragna padmana bhagati, Nirhari madhava vangshe, Akshobhya paramahamse, Shishya bodhi angi karakori, Akshobhya shishya jaya, Tirtaname parichaya, Taradasya jana sindhutori, Taha hoite daya nidhi, Taradasya vidya nidhi, Rajendra hoilo taha hoite, Tahara kinkara jaya, Dharmaname parichaya, Parampara janamalamarati, Jaya Dharma Dase Kyati, Shri Purushatama Jati, Ta hoite Brahmanya Tirtha Suri, Vyasa Tirtha Tara Dasa, Lakshmi Pati Vyasa Dasa, Ta hoite Madhavendra Puri, Madhavendra Puri Varashi, Shri Ishvara Radindra Prabhu Shri Chaitanya Radha Krishna He Anya Rupanuga Jane Rajivana Siya Para Narottama Seva Para Jara Para Vishwanatha Gunatayana Priya Kave Krishna Dasa Krishna Dasa Priya Vara Narottama Sevya Para Jara Para Vishwanatayasha Vishwanatha Bhakta Sata Baladeva Jagannatha Tara Priya Shri Bhakti Vinoda Bhagavata Vara Shri Gaura Kishora Vara Jaramara Shiva Shabana Vivara Sara Seva Seva Para Tahara Daita Dasanama Uparantaranga Shri Swarupa Rupanuga Shri Keshava Bhakati Pragyana Gauriya Vedanta Veda Maya Vadatamahanta Gauravani Prachera Chadama Ravani Bhakati Vedanta Swami Puraila Prabhupada Kama Keshav Priya Mahajana Vamana Narayana Gauravani Tade Pranadana Eshava Harijan Gaurangera Nijajan Tarera Uchishamara Kama Guru Parampara Guru Parampara Guru Parampara Guru Parampara
36, but
36.
also if you want, we can just go into Kram singing whatever bhajans. Yeah, that's what I was saying. We can just go into any Vaishnava song.
As you like. Okay. Okay.
She likes variety.
Okay. Anyone want to sing Vaishnav?
You can do 48. I mean, I know which one she really wants to hear. Do you know how to sing?
That's the one she wants.
I bet you.
She says yes. I'll do it.
Gurudevi, do you want Shirupa Manjari Pada? Okay. Okay, 48. Page 48. Shaya Vasana Rupa. Vishaya Vasana Rupa Chitera Vikara Amara Hridaye Bhoga Kare Anibhara Kato Je Jatanami Karilama Hoya Nagila Vikara Bhuri Sheshe Prana Jaya Eghora Vikara More Karila Astira Santina Pailo Stana Antaradhira Shirupa Goswami More Kripa Vitariya Udhari Vekave Yukta Paragyarpiya Kave Sanatana More Chadae Vishaya Nityanande Samarpive Hoya Sadaya Shri Jiva Goswami Kave Siddhanta Salile Nibhaive Tarkanala Chitta Jai Jwale Shri Chaitanya Nama Sune Udive Pulaka Radha Krishna Mrita Pane Haiva Shoka Kangalera Sukangala Tojana Jana Vaishnava Charana Shaya Chachaya Kachena Jaya Vaishnav Thakur Jaya Vaishnav Thakur Vaishnav Thakur Jaya Vaishnav Thakur Jaya Vaishnav Thakur Jaya Vaishnav Thakur Jaya Vaishnav Thakur. My desire for sense objects is a perversion of consciousness, which constantly impels my heart to want to enjoy. Oh, how much effort I have made, but my perversion has not gone. In the end, my life goes instead. This frightful perversion has perturbed me. Because my heart is restless, peace finds no place there. When will Srila Rupa Goswami bestow his mercy upon me and deliver me by investing me with Yukta Vairagya? When will Srila Sanatan Goswami, out of great compassion, make me forsake sense gratification and then offer me to Sri Nityananda Prabhu? When will Srila Jiva Goswami, with the waters of conclusive truth, extinguish the fire of false arguments which are burning my heart? At that time, hearing the name of Sri Chaitanya will cause ecstatic horripilation in my body. By drinking the nectar of Sri Sri Radha Krishna, I shall become free from all grief. That this sinful person is the most wretched among the wretched. This destitute soul begs for shelter at the lotus feet of the Vaishnavas. Maybe do a Sharanagati bhajan? Okay. Maybe 211? I like this one. You can do alternate. Ki jane ki bale tomara damite hoinu saranagata ki bale tomara damite hoinu saranagata tumi dayamoy patita pavana Patita Pavana Patita Taranirata Parasamara Machanata Tumita Karunamoy Parasa Tumita Karunamoy Tabadaya Pachana Himara Sama Avasya Gucha Vibhaya Avasya Gucha Vibhaya Amaritarite Karaho Sakati Avani Vitare Nai Doya lata kora gosana tomara Doya lata kor gosana tomara Gosana tomara Adhama pamare chahi Sakala chariya siachiyami tomara charane nata Sakala tomara charana nata Ami nitya dasa tumi palaita Ami nitya dasa tumi palaita Tumi gupta jagannatha Nata sakala ami macha dasa amare tarive tumi romada sakala tomara charana karina varana amara nahi to ami amara nahi to ami Bhakati vinoda kadiya sharana laye cheto marapai Bhakti vinoda Shamiya paradhana me ruchi diya Shamiya paradhana me ruchi diya Ami Nami ruchi diya Phalana karahataya Ki jane ki bale tomara damete Hoi no saranagata Tumi doya moya patita pavana doya moya patita tara nirata Prabhu he 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 I do not know by what strength I have come to attain shelter of you within your Dham. Truly you are the most benevolent, devoted to sanctifying and delivering the fallen. I rest all my hopes simply in the fact, O Lord, that you are saturated with compassion. There is no beneficiary more in want of your compassion than I. You will indeed subjugate all my fears. There is no one in the world with the power to deliver me. O merciful Lord, by your decree, please save this lowly and sinful soul. Leaving everything behind, O protector, I have settled at your feet. I am your eternal servant, and you are my sustainer and custodian. O Jagannatha, Lord of the universe, everything is yours, and I am simply your servant. You shall deliver me. I have accepted your feet as my only shelter. I do not even belong to myself. Weeping, Bhaktivinoda has taken refuge at your feet. Please forgive my offenses and give me a taste for the holy name. Maintain me in this way. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur ki jai. Hey. Yeah.
Nobody, only you have master. You are 342. I try. I don't know how to sing. Yes. Kalayati nayanam deshe deshe balitam pankajamiva midu maruta chalitam kalayati nayanam. Oh कलयति नयनं दिशि दिशि बलितं पङ्कजैव मृदु मारुतचलितं कलयति नयनम् केलिविपिनं प्रविशति राधा केलिविपिनं प्रविशति राधा पतिपादशामदित मनसि जबाधा पतिपादशामदित मनसि जबाधं कलयति नयनं दिशि दिशि बलितं पङ्कजमिव मृदुमरुतचलितं कलयति नयनं विनीतदधिमेद मन्तरपादं रचयति कुञ्जर गतिमनुवादं विनहति गति धरपादं रचयति कुञ्जरा जनयति रुद्र गजदीपमुदितं रामानन्दराय कविगदितं जनयति रुद्र कलयति नयनं दिशि दिशि बलितं पङ्कजमिव मृदुमरुतचलितं कलयति नयनम् जय राधे जय राधे जय राधे जय राधे राधे जय 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 राधे
We have to sing a Gaur Bhajan. We kind of jumped. Maharaj wanted to sing this bhajan, so we jumped. It's okay for me. It's okay. We went together.
72.
Which
This
you
is a
like?
cool one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Two cartels for you.
People know the cool one.
I don't know.
Page 72.
Syamarani will like it. She likes a lot of things.
Om Manare kahana gora kata Amanare kahana gora kata Gore ro namami arodham Namami arodham Piriti murati data Kahana gora kata Gore ro namami arodham Piriti murati data Kahana gora kata Shayane gora Sapane gora Gora nayane taro Shayane gora Sapane gora Gora nayane taro Jivane gora Marane gora O gora galara hara O hiyara majare Gauranga rakiye virale boshiya robho hiyara majare Gauranga rakiye virale boshiya robho O manera sadhete serupa chandere Nayane nayane tobo O manare kahana gora kata manare Gora bihane Nabhachi parane Gora kareche Saro Gora bihane Nabhachi parane Gora kareche O Gora bolia Jauka jivana Kichu na chaibo yaro Gora gamana Gora gatana Gora mukera Ashi Gora gamana Gora gatana Gora mukera hashi O Gora piriti Gora murati Gora piriti Hiyaya rahala pashi O manare kahana gora kata manare Gora dharama Gaura Karama Gaura Vedera Sara Gaura Dharama Gaura Karama Gaura Vedera Sara Gaura Charane Paranasapinu Gaura Poriben Paro Gaura Shabada Gaura Sampada Jaharahi Aya Jage Gaura Nara Haridas Tara Daser Das Charane Sharana Mage O Manare Kahana Gaura Kata Manare O Gaurero Nama Miyadodam O Gaurero Nama Miyadodam Piriti Murati Data Kahana Gaura Kata Gaurero Nama Miyadodam Piriti Murati Data Kahana Gaura Kata O Gaura He Gaura He Gaura He Gaura He Anitai Gaura Haribol, 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 Haribol. O mind, just speak about Gaura. Gaura's name is the abode of nectar and the embodiment and bestower of divine love. In sleep there is Gaura, in dreams there is Gaura. Gaura is the star of my eyes. In life there is Gaura, in death there is Gaura. Gaura is a most precious necklace. Keeping Gauranga inside my heart, I will sit in a secluded place and according to my heart's desire. I will keep my eyes fixed on his moon-like form. Without Gaura I cannot live. I have made Gaura the essence of my existence. May my life be spent chanting the name of Gaura. I do not desire anything else. Gaura's movement, Gaura's appearance, Gaura's smiling face, Gaura's love and Gaura's form all penetrate my heart. Gaur is my dharma, Gaur is my karma, and Gaur is the essence of the Vedas. I surrender my life at Gaura's lotus feet. Gaura will take me across the ocean of material existence. Nara Hari Das begs for shelter at the feet of the servant of that person in whose heart the sound of Gaura and the treasure of Gaura has manifested.
Wow. Do you know the meter? Keshavastakam. It's actually not in there. It's in here though. Yeah. Can you get Tirtha? Yeah. He knows the meter. It's also online if anyone needs Sri Keshavastakam, Srila Rupa Goswami. Yeah. In the purple book and in the Spanish book. I'm sending it into the group chat. No, you please.
Braje Vijayanam Bhaje Vipinadeshata Keshavam Braje Vijayanam Bhaje Vipinadeshata Keshavam Nava Priyakamanjari Rachita Kana Purashriyam Vinindra Taramalati Kalati Shekare Nojvalam Darochvasita Yutika Gratita Vaguvaikakshakam Braje Vijayanam Bhaje Vipinadeshata Keshavam Pisangi Manikastane Pranata Shingi Pinge Kshane Mridanga Mukidumale Shabali Hamsi Vamsi Priye Iti Swasurabi Kulam Taralama Vayantam Muda Braje Vijayanam Bhaje Vipinadeshata Keshavam Gana Pranaya Meduran Madhura Narma Goshti Kalam Vilasa Nilayan Milad Vivida Vesha Vidyotinam Sakina Kila Saraya Patishuha Sayantam Gira Raje Vijayanam Bhaje Vipinadeshata Keshavam Shramambhukanika Vali Daravili Digandantaram Samudagiri Datubir Likita Charupatran Kuram Udan Chadali Mandali Duti Vidambuvakralakam Braje Vijayanam Bhaje Vipinadeshata Keshavam Nipadanavatanaka Vali Vilodkanotkantayan Natar Kuraputanchaler Alagubir Bhuvam Bindatim Kalena Davalagatam Lagunivartayantam Puro Braje Vijayanam Bhaje Vipinadeshata Keshavam Padankatatibivaram Virachayantamarvashriyam Chalataralanaichiki Nichaya dulitum rasrajam Marulari chanchali Krita dukula chandanchala Bhaje vijainam bhaje Vipina deshata keshavam Vilasa murila likala Dvani birula sanmanasa Shanara kila balavi Pulakayantamantagrihe Murvidaratam hridi Pramuditam chagošteshvari Bhaje vijainam bhaje Vipina deshata keshavam Upetya pati sundari Tati birabhyabhyarchitam Smitan kurakaram biter Natara panga pangi shatai Stanastavaka sancharan Nayana kanchari kanchalam Vraje vijainam bhaje Vipina deshata keshavam Idam nikila balavi Kula mahotsavalasanam Kramena kilaya pumam Patati sustupadyastakam Tamujvaladiyam sada Nija padaravinda dvaye Ratim dararanchalam Sukayatad vishaka saka Abraje vijainam bhaje Vipina deshata keshavam Vraje vijainam bhaje Vipina deshata keshavam Vraje vijainam bhaje Vipina deshata keshavam Vraje vijainam bhaje Vipina deshata keshavam Jaya Keshavadev, Jaya Keshavadev, Keshavadev, Jaya Keshavadev, Jaya Keshavadev, Jaya Jaya Radhe, Jaya Krishna, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Shri Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Jaya Radha Raman Bihari, Radha Raman Bihari, Radhe Jaya Radha Jaya Sachinandan Jaya Gaurari, Sachinandan Jaya Gaurari. Gaura he, Gaura he, Gaura he, Gaura he, Gaura he. Jai Jai Gurudev, 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 Jai Gurudev. Jai Jai Prabhupada, 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 Jai Prabhupada. Jai Gaura Haribo, 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 Gaura Haribo. Nitai Gaura Haribo, 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 Haribo. Nitai Gaura Haribo, 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 Nitai Gaura Haribo. Jai Gaura Premanande. With fresh kadamba buds adorning his ears, strings of fully blossomed malati flowers forming a crown upon his head, and a Brahman thread of slightly opened and charming jasmine flowers slung around his neck, he returns from the forest to the village of Braj. I worship that Sri Keshav. Coming back from the forest to the village of Braj, he happily calls his straying Surabi cows, Pisangi, Manikastani, Pranatashringi, Pingekshana, Mridangamukhi, Dumala, Shabali, Hamsi, Vamsi, Priya. I worship that Sri Keshav. Coming back from the forest on the pathways of Braj, he laughs and jokes with his affectionate friends, who are all expert in the pleasantries of jesting, dancing, and singing, and who are splendidly dressed and decorated. I worship that Sri Keshav. His cheeks brilliant with beads of perspiration, his face decorated with pictures drawn in mineral dyes from the hill, and his splendid curling locks of hair deriding the attractiveness of a swarm of black bees restless for honey. He returns from the forest to the village of Braj. I worship that Sri Keshav. As he returns from the forest to the village of Braj, with the sweet sound of his flute, he calls the Surabi cows, who, eager to see their young calves break the ground with their heavy, dancing hoofs. Coming back from the forest to the village of Braj, he beautifies the path with his footprints. His garland of forest flowers is colored by the dust kicked up by the cows running ahead of him, and his garments and peacock feather move with the waves of the wind. With the playful and sweet music of his flute, elating all the housebound gopis, whose bodily hairs rise up with delight, and also making his mother Yashoda joyous at heart, he comes back from the forest to the village of Braj. I worship that Sri Keshav. As he returns from the forest to the village of Braj, the gopis mount the roofs to of their palaces, and with garlands of dancing glances and gentle smiles greet him, whose vision drifts over their breasts like a bumblebee hovering amongst a cluster of flowers. I worship that Sri Keshav. May Vishaka's friend Krishna make happy for all time those who attentively read these 8 poetic verses, which are a great festival of bliss for all the gopis by making the reader's intelligence shine with unwavering love for his lotus feet. Jai Shri Rupa Goswami Pad Ki Jai.
Agyanam timirandasya Gyananjana salakaya Chaksurunmilitam yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah Gurave Gaurachandraya Radhikaya Thodalaye Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadavaktaya Namo Namah Yang Pravajantam Manupetam Apeta Krityam Dvaipayano Virahaka Taruajuhava Putri Titanmayataya Taruvu Benedus Tang Sarvabhut Hridayam Mani Manatosmi Bhaktya Vihinai Aparadalakshay Chaptasya Kamadi Tarangamadye Kripamayi Tvam Sharanam Prapadyam Brinde Namaste Charanarvindam Tavaivasmi Najivami tam vina Iti Vigyaya Radhe Tam Nayamam Charanantike Kripayati Yadi Radha Vadita Sheshabada Kemaparavashishtam Pushtimaryadayorme Yadi vadati chakinchit Smeraha sodita srir Dvijavaramane panktya Mukti saktya tadakim Shamasundara shikanda shekar Smeraha samurali manohar Radhika rasikamam kripanite Swapriya charana kinkari karo Prananatha Vrishabhanu Nandini Sri Mukhabja Rasalola Satapada Radhika Padatale Kritastitim Tam Bhajami Rasikendra Shekhar Sambedaya Dashane Trinam Vivu Prartaye Brajamahendra Nandana Astu Mohan Tavati Balava Janma Janmani Madhiswari Priya. Why don't you come in the temple? Then you can see the deities better. If Sri Radha is merciful to me, then unlimited obstacles to my devotion. Is that Tirtha? Can you ask me to do something else? Then unlimited obstacles to my devotion will be removed. There will be nothing superior for me to attain, because I will have received the excellence offered by the paths of both Vaidhi and Rag. And if she speaks something while smiling gently, thereby revealing the brilliance of the rows of her pearl-like teeth, then what significance will the oyster of liberation have? O Shamasundar, O you whose head is adorned with peacock feathers, whose face is graced with a laughing smile, whose Murli flute enchants the mind, and who are most expert in relishing ras with Srimati Radhika. O ocean of mercy, please make me a kinkari maidservant at the feet of your beloved. You are the lord of the life of the daughter of Vrishabhanu Maharaj, and you are like a bee, always eager to taste the nectar of her lotus face. O Rasikendra Shekhara, foremost of those who are Rasik, who are situated at the feet of Srimati Radhika, I worship you. O son of the king of Braj, O all-pervading one, O Mohan, who chants the mind of all, taking a piece of straw in my teeth, I pray that your supremely beloved Sri Radha be my dear worshipful goddess, birth after birth. First I offer my unlimited obeisances. Well, first let me invite those who are outside. It's not that crowded in here. You're welcome to come in and you can see the deities nicely then. Where am I? First I offer my unlimited obeisances in the dust of the lotus feet of my most worshipful Diksha Gurudev. Nitya Lila Pravishta Om Vishnupad Asto Tadasat Shishimad Shilabhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada. And the same unlimited obeisances in the dust of the lotus feet of my most worshipful Shiksha Gurudevs, Nitya Lila Pravishta Om Vishnupad, Asto to the Satchi Shrimad, Srila Bhakti Vedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj, and Shishimad Bhakti Vedanta Bhakti Vigyan Bharati Goswami Maharaj. To our grandfather Guru Shishimad Bhakti Pragyan Keshava Goswami Maharaj and Shishimad Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada, to all of his divine associates and to all the assembled devotees, and to the assembled devotees Diksha Gurus who are my Shiksha Gurus, Shishimad Bhakti Vedanta Madhav Maharaj, Shishimad Bhakti Vedanta Ban Maharaj, and Shishimad Bhakti Vedanta Siddhanti Maharaj, and Sri Prem Prayojana Prabhu. So here we are. Today's my last class for the next 4 days. And so I was thinking, what quick fix can we do? I mean, we have been doing Ajamil Upakya, but now you're all here for just a few days. So I was thinking to talk about something that we do every day, at least once, if not twice a day, which is to put on tilak. So here we are in the world of morning tilak. So Srila Gurudev explains that there are different levels of meanings of any verse, any song, and similarly any name of Krishna, as you know. So we have a little bit of time to think about who's behind that name. Not behind, because the name is non-different from the person. The name performs activities. As you know, in the kirtan by Rupa Goswami about the holy names, he says, and you, holy name, are the performer of ras. You, holy name, are the killer of putana. So it's just an amazing phenomenon. So when we utter each name, we say Namaha, Shivaya Namaha, after each name. So Namaha does not only mean I offer my obeisances to you, but it also means I'm negating all of my identification with this body and everything in relation to this body, and I'm claiming myself to be yours. I'm surrendering everything to you. Swaha means the same thing. I am throwing myself in the fire, sacrificial fire of offering to you. So first we have Keshava, and we know that Keshava means Krishna who has fine hair. It also means, so like we want to race to remember everything that we can about the personality of that name. So we become absorbed in who we're surrendering to. Unless, Srila Prabhupada explained, unless we can appreciate the greatness of somebody, why should I surrender to them? If they have so many qualities, including the embodiment of love, mercy, and they're very powerful, like being the creator of all the universes, and they also love me and have been coming with me to since time immemorial, wherever junky places I've been, like crocodiles and plum trees and all that. They've been coming as a super soul, calling me back to them, back to him. So, and I was just thinking this morning, because, people talk about be grateful, and that will help you with everything you do. You won't be so affected by all the bad things that go on with you or that affect you, because you'll be in a positive mode. So this morning I was thinking, okay, what's the most thing I have to be grateful for? And that is, I exist. I mean, I may say, so what, I exist? But it's a big deal. What if I didn't exist? Then how would I be? I don't know. So, I mean, just for a minute, if you can imagine not existing. No. So where did I get my existence from? And it wasn't a casual thing. Krishna chose everybody he wanted to give an existence to. He already put a seed of a particular extremely loving relationship with him in our hearts, and then we're wandering around with that seed, oblivious to that loving relationship, oblivious to the fact that we have the same qualities as Krishna of eternity, bliss, knowledge, all of his qualities in minute quantity. And he's just waiting. That Krishna who's behind the Supersoul is just waiting for us to turn to him. So these are the names that we're chanting. And then when we meet the spiritual master, it isn't that he gives us the seed of our relationship, but he gives us the seed of the bhakti creeper, so that I can develop that particular relationship that Krishna has already chosen for me. So I'm grateful that he did that, and I'm his. If I create something, that's my creation. So, yes. So Keshavaya, the deeper meaning of Keshavaya, Aya, means unto. So Keshava means one who decorates the hair of Srimati Radhika. And there's a significant thing about that, because although he's the decorator of her hair, as much as he is, this is described in Chaitanya Charitamrita, as much as he is ever fresh, new, and astonishing, so is she. And so, although he's the source of her, because he's like the sun and she's like the sunlight, still, he couldn't have any existence without her. Because can the sun have any existence without the sunlight? Vice versa. So, although he is the decorator of her hair, and just her, he created her, but when he sees her, he becomes astonished. Who is that amazing personality? And he faints. One time, Krishna, Radha has all the relationships within her, as Madhurya Ras has all the relationships within it. So they also engage in sportive wrestling. But whereas it takes Sridham or Subal a little more time to defeat Krishna, Radharani knots her thing, the wrestling thing, and then she just looks at him and he faints. So she won. So when he sees the braid that he has decorated, he'll faint. Not only her, but her, if you could just turn around and look at that first painting for a second, that is Vinod Manjari. And you see that there's a braid that's kind of flying, and then at the tip of the braid, the shape of it is kind of like a serpent's head. Because when she comes with Radharani to cook in the morning, and he sees her and her braid, he almost faints just by seeing her. What to speak of Srimati Radhika. So, Om Keshavaya Namaha, I surrender to that Keshava. Just like here we're singing Shri Radha Prarthana, and before Shri Keshavastakam, I worship that Krishna. Aradyo Bhagavan Brajesha Tanayasta Dhamma Vrindavanam. I worship that Krishna from Vrindavan. Sometimes Gurudev says, not the queen of Satyabhama, or not the husband of Satyabhama or Rukmini, but the one who's born from Jashoda, and as a baby he cries out, kya, kya, kya. But then at another time he said, not that one either. We don't want to, there's no weeds in the other rasas, although there are in the material world so many weeds of sense gratification that we want to cut out. That's strangling our creeper of bhakti. But we do want to snip away the other rasas and only be absorbed in this rasa. We worship that Krishna. One time in Govardhan, one of the Russian devotees, we were having a darshan in Govardhan in Srila Gurudev's quarters, and a Russian devotee said, I don't feel like I'm making any advancement. So Gurudev said, well, do you want sense gratification in this world? He said, no. Do you want to go to the heavenly planets? No. Do you want to go to Vaikuntha? No. Do you want to become a mother in Goloka Vrindavan? No. Do you want to become a friend? No. Do you want to become a gopi like Lalita or Visakha? No. Do you want to become a maidservant of Radharani? Yes. So see how much advancement you're making. I'm giving you so much Sukriti. So, all right, so let's go on then. So, Om Keshavaya Namaha, I'm surrendering. I'm giving up my attachment. Okay, I'm not really giving it up, but by saying it, saying it, saying it. Like, I think some of you know the example of the rope and the rock, which is that if you take a rope and you go back and forth to make an impression in the rock, there's no impression, but you keep going, 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 eventually it'll make and impression. That's Gurudev's example. And then Srila Bhakti began Bharati Goswami Maharaj's example is that you turn off the water on the tap and you have a marble or stone floor, and the tap is pretty high, like in India, the taps are like that. And then you turn it tap, but it has a little leak. And so every once in a while there's a drop, space, drop. So at some point it's going to make a hole in the marble or stone floor. Did the hole come from the last drop? It came from the whole series of drops. So even though, just like, in the material world, the New Age, positive thinking, affirmation, it really does work. It really does work. So what to speak of if we say things that aren't true for us at the moment, but are true for our essence, and we keep saying it, then it becomes a reality. It becomes us. It already is us. And the other us, which is the illusory us, I'm unhappy, I'm ugly, I'm fat, I'll never make it. All those are illusory us's, and they have no relationship with us. So we keep saying, and then it has an effect. So I won't go through all of them, but we'll go through some of the names. And as we discussed yesterday, you have a computer. This is the computer of your heart or your intelligence. You know from your external computer that you have folders in your computer, and then you have documents in the folders. So whenever you get a new document, you put it in the appropriate folder. So these documents will be, so I'm hearing something about Narayan. Narayan lies down in the causal ocean. So many things about Narayan that we already know. And then when I learn new things about Narayan, I just put that document in my folder. And then when I say Om Narayanayana, Om Narayanaya Namaha, then I'll add that. And then Om Madhava. Madhava means the husband of the goddess of fortune. And of course that is very in an opulent mood, but more intimate. Om Madhava means means the goddess of fortune. Dava means beloved. So we know from the Radha Kripa Kataksha Stava Raj that so many goddesses of fortune, what? What does that line say? What does that mean? All the goddesses of fortune and all the Vaikuntha planets, they are at your feet and offer obeisances to you. To you means Sri Radha. Also in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, she's known as Sarva Lakshmi Mai, which means she's the embodiment, Mai, Sarva Lakshmi, of all the opulence, of all the Lakshmis and all the Vaikuntha planets. What else does it mean? It means, Lakshmi means what? Opulence. So she is the embodiment of all the opulences of Krishna. Embodiment of his knowledge, embodiment of his wealth, of his fame, of his renunciation, of his beauty, and his, I always leave one out, strength. Thank you. Strength. So that's why she's his power. She's his energy. He wouldn't have any energy. In fact, when he's feeling separation from her, he loses his energy, right? He feels like dying. I can't remain alive even for one more minute if you don't give your mercy. That's how he is over there on the Seva Kunj painting. One time I was in the airplane, and it was one of the very, very few times I was in the airplane, same airplane as Srila Gurudev, sitting with Vrinda Devi, his Vrinda Devi, and we had a back seat, so it was right near the bathroom. So Gurudev was lining up to go to the bathroom. Imagine that, a Manjari doing that. And so he was standing right where we were sitting. So I asked him, why not? He's standing right there. I asked him, what does it mean in the Goswami's literature when it says that when Krishna is feeling separation from Radharani, he looks like a wilted blue lotus flower? Because, we say that the Diksha Guru and the Shiksha Guru are one, or Krishna is one with his body is one with his nature. That's why Diksha and Shiksha Guru are the same, because Diksha Guru is the embodiment of the form of Krishna, Shiksha Guru is the embodiment of the nature of Krishna, the mood of Krishna. So he said, just like you, when you're sick, because I've been with him when I was sick a lot, when you're sick, you're like this. So that's how Krishna is. So that shows that his swarup is non-different from his form, how he's feeling. So I can't live for another moment if Radharani doesn't show mercy to me, comes out in his form. Why did I say that? Lakshmi Mayi. So she's the embodiment of all of his opulences. He wouldn't have any power without her. In that regard, in Wales, you know that Lord Chaitanya's name is Gora Hari. What does that mean? Hari means steals. He steals the golden complexion from Srimati Radhika, right? But Gurudev said he actually can't do that because she's the embodiment of his opulences, and one of his opulences is knowledge. So he couldn't, she's too astute, too aware, too intelligent to let him steal her mood. So therefore, as one of you indicated, he had to beg for it, her mood and complexion. And she said, yes, I can lend it to you, but I'll have to go and help you. And so will my Sakis. And that's why Gadadhar Pandit came, that's why Swarup Damodar came, and that's why Ramananda Rai came. So, what name is that? Madhav. So many things to think about. And you're reading all wonderful literatures, and so you'll come up with the name, that name now and then. So then Govindaya Namaha Krishna, I learned when I first came to the temple in 1966. Prabhupada taught us the prayer Namo Brahmanya Devaya, Go Brahmana Hitaya Cha. So he's Govinda. He gives pleasure to the land, to the senses, to the brahmanas, to the cows, but especially he gives pleasure to Srimati Radhika. And of course, how much pleasure? He can't even calculate. That's why he becomes Lord Chaitanya, because he can't calculate. He wanted to experience. He tried to get her to reveal her love, but he could just never understand it. Even, that painting right there, behind there, one on top or bottom? On the top one, what's happening there? Krishna is disguised as a demigoddess from heaven. And is that the top? The bottom? Okay. So he's a demigoddess from heaven, and he's telling Radharani that I saw how much you lamented, because I came down from my heavenly planet when I heard Krishna's flute up there. I came down, I was on the Bangsibat tree, and I saw how much you were lamenting. I don't think you should love Krishna. He's really devoid of good qualities. And you have so many qualities. So what would you do if somebody criticized your most beloved? Mother, husband, whatever. What would you do? Get out of here. I don't want to have any association with you. So, but in this case, Radharani said to that demigoddess, I don't know why, but even though you're criticizing my most beloved, I'm so attracted to you. I want you to stay with me forever. And if you do, then I'll reveal all my love secrets to show you that Krishna and I are one. It's a beautiful book if you haven't read it yet. It's a must read. You know, even though it's so high, the book is Chamatkar Chandrika, and this is that's the other book. This is Prem Samput. Prem Samput. Samput means locket, love locket. Locket of love. I'll open that locket. Yeah, here it is. Advertisement. And then wonderful thing is that, what's the wonderful thing about this temple in our books? Contact, or we have them here. And what's the wonderful thing here?
Well, I heard that for this festival only, it's not usual. This festival only is a super special deal.
Which is what?
It's so special. It's like I can't believe
I can't even believe you're going to say it.
that is any amount for any donation.
Any amount of books for any donation. Yeah, there it is.
I hardly believe it. But like it,
And yet it goes on. It's going on. No, original's on the wall.
so many talks about like, can we really do this kind of deal for the festival? Crazy. And I said, no. So Sandy and Didi said, yes, we must.
So there you go. So where am I? Prem Samput. And where did that come from? Govinda. Okay. Then, sorry? She's revealing her love locket. And what's that in relation to what name? Govinda. Right. He can't imagine. He's always trying to find out. And therefore, finally, because her happiness and her love is so amazing that it's compared with the Chaitanya Charitamrita like the wind is the dancing master of the leaves. So Krishna says similarly, her love makes me go mad and it's my dancing master. And then how much happiness does she have? How much happiness did Govinda give her? That Govinda doesn't understand it, which is 10 million times greater than his own happiness. Finally, he had to become Gauranga Mahaprabhu. Okay. Then where do we go next? Vishnave. That's Vishnu. Which Vishnu are we saying Namaha to?
One who's everywhere.
Everywhere, particularly where?
During the Ras Leela.
How? Can you take a mic? You're giving so many wonderful answers.
The Vishnu who was everywhere during the Ras Leela. He did not expand his form, but he danced so expertly and so quickly that it seemed like he was dancing with billions and billions of gopis all at once, and every single one of them thought Krishna's dancing only with me, except for one gopi.
Radharani got angry. You all know the story. What is it? What is this compared to?
Oh, like a firebrand.
It's compared with a firebrand.
So if you watch my finger, do you want to do your finger?
Yeah, mine. It's easier. So watch my finger. Krishna's dancing. See, this is the Gopi Gate painting when Krishna's coming back after hiding from the gopis during Rasa Leela when Krishna left. Because they were all so proud, thinking, I'm the best, Krishna loves me the most, he's only dancing with me. So, firebrand, see, I'm going slow around, and you can see how the finger is moving. But if I go like that, then you think the finger's everywhere at one time. So that Vishnu we worship. And what about another Vishnu?
Mataji had a question. What was your question? This Mataji.
I didn't know which Vishnu it was. I mean, is it the original Vishnu? Because there are many.
The original Vishnu, yes, because what's the verse? Vikriditam Brajabadubir idam cha Vishnu. Those who are sober and good thinking, they listen to the Harikatha of the pure devotee, the highest Harikatha, which is the Rasa Lila. And by doing that, if the teacher is authorized, powerful, pure devotee, then under that guidance, one becomes free from all the diseases of the heart, beginning with lust. In fact, Srila Prabhupada also wrote to one of my god brothers that, so I understand from you that you have lust. In that case, read the Rasa Lila. So, where are we next? Oh, that's right, that Vishnu. So in the middle of the Rasa dance, and he brought out the appropriate painting, in the middle of the Rasa dance, Krishna left to hide from the gopis. And so he disguised himself as Vishnu. And there's a place in Govardhan called Paitagaon. Paita means stomach. So he brought out 2 extra arms from his stomach to hide from the gopis. Even though they would pass him by, they wouldn't recognize him. So they didn't recognize him. Oh Lord Vishnu, please be merciful and tell us, reveal to us where Krishna is. But what happened? Radharani came later, and Krishna can't hide himself from Srimati Radhika. So 2 arms kept going in. That place is called Paitagaon. It's the first stop, at least when I was going, it was the first stop that the bus would make on the way to our Govardhan temple. Yes?
Was anybody with Srimati Radhika?
Actually, now that you inquired about that, her manjaris are always following behind. They're always in her anugatya. So they were following behind. And they got to see it too. Krishna also couldn't hide from them. Srila Bhakti Vigyan Bharati Goswami Maharaj told that particular pastime. So, Vishnave Namaha Om Madhusudanaya Namaha. So that's also a Vishnu form. And then there are so many deeper meanings. Madhusudan does mean one who, Sudan cuts, Maya. Madhusudan means one who tastes the madhu, or honey, of the gopis' love. And I think you also know the pastime of when Radha and Krishna and all their Sakis were there, Madhu Mangal was there, so Madhu Mangal remembers the pastime. And then all of a sudden a bee came to taste the nectar of Radharani's lotus face, and so she was trying to get rid of the bee. So Madhu Mangal chased away the bee, came back and said, I'm sorry, not Madhu Mangal. Madhusudan is gone, the bee, and he'll never come back. So she thought that was Krishna, and so she fainted, and Krishna couldn't console her, so she wept. Her weeping became a pond, Prem Sarovara, and Krishna also began to weep, and that weeping joined that. So there's so many deep, deep, deep meanings. So when I have my documents in my folder, I go Madhusudan. And then because the mind, as we discussed yesterday, the mind is so quick that it can think of all that stuff in a second. Just like, I made a mistake yesterday. I said there were 60, that all experts, psychological experts, have concluded that there are about 60,000 thoughts in an hour. I was wrong, it's actually in a day. But still, that's a ton. And about 80% of them, and you can tell me if I'm wrong, 80% of the 60,000 thoughts that we think a day are negative, and about the same amount are repetitive, I want to stop thinking, but it's like a broken record. It keeps going. So the mind goes very quickly. And so the mind can go quickly with these positive, most positive thoughts. And the positive drives away the negative. Like suppose in this room, all the lights were out. There's still some light, but suppose all the lights were out and we're in complete darkness. Then I try to push away the darkness because I don't want it. Push, nothing happens. So how do I get rid of the light? The dark. By turning on the light. So if I'm thinking positive thoughts, then the negative doesn't have any opportunity. So Madhusudanaya Namaha, then Trivikramaya Namaha. Of course, I think most of you know the story of Lord Vamandev, as especially since we were just observing Janu Saptami a few days ago, and the discussion was how did the Ganges come to this world? And one history is that Lord Vamandev, the dwarf Brahmin incarnation of Krishna, he begged 3 steps of land, and then he became, so that he could do his bhajan, then he became very, very big. And 1 step covered the whole earth, the 2nd step covered the whole universe and went through the layer of coverings of the universe. And it's not easy to go through the layers of the universe because let's say this universe is 8 million or 4 million miles in diameter, and so beyond that space, like a football, there's 10 times that number of miles is a layer of earth. 10 times that is a layer of water. 10 times that is a layer of fire. 10 times that is a layer of air. 10 times that is a layer of ether. And his foot just went right through it to the causal ocean. At which time Lord Brahma took some water from the causal ocean and poured it on Vamandeva's feet, and then that later came down as Ganges. And there's so many other ways, so many other histories that happened in order for her to finally get here. So that's one meaning of Trivikram. Now the gopis see Trivikram in a different way. That Vamandev was a cheater. So you'll find in Arjuna Rath Yatra and also, where is it in Arjuna Rath Yatra? You mean in Brahma Gita? That was Padmanabha. It's the same thing. You all know the story of Padmanabha? Oh, we have a Padmanabha. It's coming later, but I'll say it now because it relates. So in the back of the neck, right, is Padmanabha. Om Padmanabhaya Namaha. So we know that Padmanabha is amazing. There's no word for how amazing he is because he is the Garbhodakshai Vishnu, from whose navel lake, he has a lake. His navel is shaped like a lake. I mean, it's lake in it, and it's shaped like a lotus flower. So from his lotus flower lake navel comes the stem and the lotus flower, which is the abode of Lord Brahma, who creates the 3 planetary systems within the stem. You have the pastime? I have the picture. He's the picture Acharya. Here, what? Yeah, the origin of the Rath Yatra. The gopis are saying, it's a famous verse, Ahushchate nalina nabi padaravindo. The gopis say, O Lord, whose navel is just like a lotus flower, your lotus feet are the only shelter for those who have fallen into the deep well of material existence. Your feet are worshipped and meditated upon by the great mystic yogis, highly learned philosophers, we wish that these lotus feet may also be awakened within our hearts, although we are only ordinary persons engaged in household affairs. So that's origin of Ratha Yatra. You'll find, you'll find in Srila Gurudev's purport that the real meaning of you are worshipped and meditated upon by great sages and demigods. Then they particularly refer to Lord Brahma, the chief of the demigods. It's natural that Brahma would worship you because he was born from an inert lotus flower. It's natural that his brain would be inert. And that's why he is so foolish that he wastes his time in worshiping you when we know that you're a big cheater, black inside and black outside, from the very beginning. So that was the Padmanabha, but there's much more about it. If you read Origin of the Ratha Yatra, do we have many copies? Well, there is a wonderful thing happening today. As many books and posters for any donation.
But you should grab your copy, especially of this one, because they're no longer printed.
Yeah, they're printing a different version, but we don't have it yet, I think, right? Okay, yeah, he knows. You know? We don't have it. I guess it's on order. Anyway, Vishnu, who is the one? Who is the cheater? Vamandev. So during the Brahmar Geet, where here's another bumblebee, Radharani is speaking to a bumblebee, who Gurudev also says is probably Krishna, taking the form of a bumblebee so he can hear her loving words. We have to stop in a couple of minutes. What? So she's telling the bumblebee that we know that black cheater. He cheated in this life, and he cheated in... don't tell us about him, bumblebee. I know you're trying to make a cut. He's not saying anything, but she's thinking, because it's one of the madnesses. It's called Divyon Mad, and it has 10 divisions of madness. When feeling separation, you just say so many crazy things. So don't even try to tell us to make a compromise with him, because not only is he a cheater in this life, but he's a cheater in so many last lives. When he was Ram, he was a cheater. He killed a monkey. Can you imagine killing a monkey from behind a bush, not even in a regular fight, like a coward? And then when he was Vamandev, he was a cheater, just like a crow, just takes people's things and flies off with it. So Vamandev gave him everything, not Vamandev, Bali Maharaj gave him everything, and then he just took, in fact, he gave him the universe. Vamandev said, okay, now you haven't fulfilled your promise that you're going to give me 3 steps of land because I covered everything with 2. Where am I going to put my other foot? So then Bali Maharaj said, the possession is more valuable than the possessor is more valuable than the possession. So you can put your 3rd foot on my head. Means I surrender to you. And he became a pure devotee. So after Bali Maharaj did all that, he tied him around his whole body with a snake, and then he threw him down to the subterranean planets. Of course, he didn't take the time to say that he became his doorman at all the 50 doors of the palace. They ignored that one. So there are so many meanings, and we have to stop here because it's time to stop. Maybe another time. So that's part of the devotees' day, putting on the tilak. Okay. Gaur Premanandi, Hari Hari Bo. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Srila Gurudev ki jai, Gaudiya Guru Varga ki jai, Gaur Premanandi. Sri Prem Priyojana Prabhu's visit tonight ki jai. I'm sorry?
You only went up to Om Trivikramayana.
Yeah, and then Vamanaya, we did Vamanaya. Sridharaya. Yeah. another time. Okay. So, Mahaprasade Govinde Nama Brahmani Vaishnave Swalpa Punyam Matarajan Vishwasho Naivajayate Sarira Vijajal Judendriya Tahika Jive Fale Visaya Sagare Dharmaje Jivayati Loba Moya Sadurmati Takijitao Kotina Samsare Krishna Bada Doyamoy Kori Bari Jiva Joy Swaprashara Nadilo Bai Sayanam Rita Pao Radha Krishna Gunaga Preme Dako Chaitanya Nitai Ek Pada Preme Bade Dakore Dayal Nitai Chaitanya Bode Preme Bode Dakore Dayal Nitai Dayal Gor Dayal Nitai Dayal Gor Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Nitai Gora Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Gora Hari Bol, Nitai Gora Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Go Premanandi. Jai Shri Shri Guru Gauranga Darvik Giri Hari Shri Shri Radha Vinod Bihari Ji Ki Jai Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Srila Gurudev Ki Jai Srila Maharaj Ki Jai Param Gurudev Ki Jai Param Gurudev Ki Jai Paramesi Gurudev Ki Jai Paratpura Gurudev Ki Jai Shri Bhagavat Mahaprasad Seva Ki Jai Go Premanandi. Can you turn that off? Off. Is it off? The live stream? Okay, I turn the live stream off because I have to make an announcement about